People were sleeping and the water came in the night. The history of Utugolugu, they are farming, they are fishing, but due to the flooding, it makes them poor. Because if they make money with the fishing, with the farming, and flooding come, you pack away everything. My name is Moses Ochowechi Ajaka. I was born in Utugolugu community, and I experienced many flooding. But the flooding that make me feel bad was 2012 and 2019. In 2012, people were sleeping and the water came in the night. We lost about 5 people. Since 2019 that Christian Aid come and train us as a CDMMP. We will not lost any life last year, 2019, because of the training that they give us.
The Early Warning for Early Response project is actually a project looking at issue of disaster, but focusing on the flooding disaster in 3 states of Nigeria, looking at 9 local governments and selected 27 communities of Benue, Kaduna and Plateau states. The 27 communities were actually selected based on a baseline survey that actually revealed that these 27 communities have been constantly affected by flooding disasters across the states. When disaster occurs at the community level, the community people are at loss at what to do, who to meet, and where to pass information across to. So the project looks at strengthening the coordinations among these agencies, right from the federal to the community level, and also look at how the people can actually get their capacity built when it comes to issue of mitigation, preparedness, and responses to issue of flooding disaster.
Before Christian Aid came, what we normally do here is that when incidents happen, we normally pass it to the councillors. When we meet our councillors, will forward it to the local government chairman. Then before local government chairman will take action, you discover life has gone. Then when Christian Aid came on board, with the SAT team and rescue teams and SAT team leaders, when it happened, we force make action. We try our best. Then we thank God with the life jacket that Christian Aid had given to us. So we have this rescue team, we give it to them. Despite the fact that we don't have boats, but this life jacket, our rescue team wear it. In fact, they fly to the other side, crossing, saving people's life.
They have trained us at the LGA level. They have trained them at the community level. That has closed that gap. So also some of the traditional rulers in those 3 communities, and they also train some stakeholders equally too. Some that is clergymen and imams and the rest. They are all aware of how those things are to be handled and how to respond.
Christian Aid train us to come and train our villages. They teach us how to train the disability people. And immediately we come from the training in Obagaji, we came here, we carry 30 people to join us. We train that 30 people in our primary school, and we carry them to ring water gauge to show them if every day we wake up, come and see the water gauge. If water reach here, and if you reach this level, tell your people, say, may they carry you to Usha. After we train that 30 people, we will now call the whole village. We train every compound. Each compound we train them. In case, if we will not around and the water happen, you as a responsibility of the compound, you carry your compound to Usha. Last year, in August, the flood happened in Utugolugu community. During the flood, there is many houses here, about 105 has gone into the river because of the erosion. People are coming from that village. Near our villages here, the canoes swim down. Our search and rescue now rush there and carry them from the river. The train that we got here with the Christian Aid make us to save a lot of life there. After we will evacuate our people, we now went there to evacuate them.
This work has been successful through the efforts of the Community Disaster Mitigation and Management Platforms, the CDMMP at the community level, and then the Local Emergency Management Committee, which is the LEMC, working at the local government level. And then we have the Disaster Mitigation and Management Platform, which is the DMMP at the state level. The DMMP is composed of ministries, departments, and agencies of the state government, with support from NEMA at the federal level. And then we have also civil society organizations and community-based organizations, the Traditional Council. We also have faith-based organizations as part of it. And then we have the media practitioners through media agencies.
Each time we're on air, an average of 1.5 million people listen to Radio Benue every time we transmit. We have people from other agencies like SEMA, environmentalists and all that. They will come with their professional acumen. I am the communication expert. What I get from them, I break it down to the lowest decimal for easy understanding, even going to the extent of using local parlances to communicate and make sure they get to understand exactly what they should do in case they find themselves in a situation of flood.
Initially, we were to cover the JSS classes, but back here, we saw that disaster does not affect a particular class of human beings. When it happens, if it happens here, it will affect all of us, including myself, the teacher. And so we decided to include everybody. So from JSS 1 to SS3, we prepared them to be able to save their lives and the lives of their people, even when they're at home.
This era, I think the women are very much enlightened on most of their activities. Irrespective of before that, if you call them, they will not be able to come out to work or to even save themselves from such harm. But now they are well trained and enlightened on this is the harm, this is the danger of this. If you are out, you should be able to save your community before any assistance could come from the government or any non-governmental organization.
Before the project came, we never had structures on the ground, even to report. We didn't have reporting lines. Whenever something happened in a particular place, it took us a long time to know because there were not any structures on the ground for us to know immediately.
Before, we were thinking that the government will not care about us, we will just last on our own. But on coming of Christian Aid, they teach us how to talk with the government. We communicate with the local government, and the local government communicate with the Makurdi people. So that's how the communication goes on. Even our House of Assembly, they even come to see us. They use their boat, come down to Utugolugu here.
This is what I see as one of the most effective aspects and achievement of Christian Aid. One, even the state government welcomed it. The community has taken ownership of what is expected of them to know much about them living in a prompt area to flooding, how to respond quickly, and the bringing together all non-governmental organizations and CSOs that has to do with environmental and disaster management issues, to the extent of them creating what we call a technical group to see how we prepare ourselves against unforeseen issues that might come up 2020.
So when we're talking of building emergency or early warning response or systems across communities, this has actually been tested in 2019 across 10 communities of Agatu local government area, Guma local government areas of Benue State, and of course in Shandam local government area and Jos East local government area of Plateau State. We did not experience any issue of flooding disaster in Kaduna State, but a whole lot of sensitization and capacity have been built in preparedness and mitigation of flooding disaster in that state.
We are happy in Utugolugu because of Christian Aid. They save a lot of life here. About 3,000 people in Utugolugu here, Christian Aid saved the life. And we are happy.